Trade recap today. One loss. Wasn't a terrible loss. I like the way I lost today. I was able to stay patient. I was able to take what the market gave me. So even though I lost, I could have won the trade actually. It was just my dumb trade management that kind of stomped me out early, and Price eventually paid my TP. So we're gonna get into it. These are one of the more painful losses, but these are one of the ones that you're like, okay, it's not the worst loss. I'd rather have this loss than like an emotional loss, to be honest. So yeah, let's get into this trade. But first off, daily bias. Daily bias. Well, yesterday we rejected off this daily order block. If we go into the 4 minute, we also had an external SMT here. ES was unable to break these highs. NQ was able to break these highs. We were also respecting this 4 hour figure like that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Respecting this order block, daily order block, 4 hour order block SMT, external SMT, and a 4 hour fair value that we're respecting. Pretty straightforward. Our draw is just lower, right? Just fucking like lower, like how we've been doing this past few weeks. However, my bias that I've been learning to do isn't the holy grail. I'm not ICT. I'm not the market maker. My bias. The market doesn't care what a 18-year-old Korean kid in college bias is. And it never will. So I had a loose bias coming in, and I think that helped me a little bit adapt better to the market today. So although my bias was correct. So what I looked at here in pre-market was that, or how I got that bearish bias in pre-market London, because I've been trying to zoom in London as well. Like your bias for the day can be bullish, and New York can be the manipulation move and create the wick of the daily low. It could create the wick of the daily low, and then PM session could be your bias of bullish and then head straight up. So my focus has been trying to be more focused on like what New York and London's telling me. Because I trade intraday 5 minute and a 5 minute, having the correct daily bias is going to help obviously, but if you're trading like the lower time frames, it's also important to know the context of like the 15-minute bias, the 1 hour bias, what's been happening like a few hours in pre-market, and I think that's also something that's really important. So London, however, today it lined up with my daily bias, bearish order flow. We're creating relatively equal highs. We have a 1 hour fair value gap here. We have buy side liquidity, stacked highs, relatively equal highs, whatever you want to call it. We also have a 5 minute fair value gap. And so from this previous high to this swing low, I make a range. And now my point of interest is either this high or this high is where I want price to be attracted to. Ideally, we would want this high because that's more in OTE and that's just more liquidity that price can take. But we were all way down here, and a huge move up. No matter how much manipulation we got to here, I would kind of be sketchy on entering short. I just don't think a manipulation that high would have been possible, and that's not what happened, right? So this huge leg that we got today was actually news. When market opened, I told myself yesterday, I've been telling myself that I would stay away from the junk and the manipulation that happens right out of market open, and that's exactly what happened. I was able to stay on the 5 minute. 5 minute is way less chaotic. It tells you a lot more without having to do more. And so I was able to stay away from all of this. We had a lot of news. That's also part of the reason why we were chopping so much upon open, and we weren't having too much direction like we've had been. Like we were making lower lows, but it wasn't like we've been doing the past few days where we're just dumping price. And that's because we had a big high impact news. We had ISM today at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and before high impact news, it's usually choppy a little. It's creating liquidity, and so that's why it wasn't a complete like shit the bed moment. However, as we were making lower lows, we were creating more and more liquidity, or accumulating more orders. So that kind of gave me more confidence that if we were able to get manipulation up to these highs, I would be pretty confident in taking a short. And what do you know? We got that manipulation, right? At 10 a.m., I waited really patiently, stayed clear from all of this, and for 30 minutes I waited. Manipulation up to these highs. We take out sell side liquidity here. We tap into this 5 minute fair value gap and we start rejecting, and that's a valid turtle soup for me. And that's when I enter. We have a solid rejection off this 5 minute. Valid, very good. I'd say like a solid B plus setup, turtle soup entry, right? Order block here on the 15 minute as well that we're rejecting off of. It was nice. It was very nice. My original take profit, my original stop loss was up here. Original stop loss was up here, so don't like that. I know that was a really tight stop loss. I moved it down after we had that move down. I think on the 1 minute down to here. When we got that move down here, I got really confident and moved my stop loss to here. If I wasn't stupid, if I wasn't being I don't even know. I guess that's just emotion. Cockiness that price would hit my TP. I realized that usually, or not realized, I've been known that after huge candles like this, structure needs to form. And when structure forms, it's common that you're gonna have buy stops, stop hunts, and liquidity grabs in order to make structure. And that's exactly what happened. High, like people who like me who put their stops here with the previous swing high got stopped out perfectly. This is a textbook stop rate, and yeah, if I had my stops up at here, I would have taken initial profits, first profits probably here, another profit here maybe, and then I probably would have trailed my stop loss. So I mean, that's just what it is, man. That's just like poor trade management, whatever you want to call it. But everything leading up to this trade was good, except for the trade itself was shitty. But everything leading up to it was fine. It was perfect, man. It was perfect. My bias was correct too today. Like it's so frustrating, bro. Like I feel like I'm there, bro. Like I feel like I don't even know. Like I'm getting closer each day, genuinely, and I feel like I'm learning each day. I think that's the most important thing. Is I'm learning something new every single day. Even if I'm not winning anything monetarily, I'm still winning. Um, in terms of lessons, like I don't know, man. I can just it's just a feeling that I have. Like I think I'm understanding the market a lot more. I'm liking the process. I know I'm not winning a ton, or I know this isn't real money even when I do win, but I'm really enjoying the process of learning, man. It's like a different type of feeling than just winning money. So yeah, if you guys took the same trade today, I'm pretty sure maybe some of y'all did. I don't know. I don't know. It was a news kind of trade, so maybe not as common. But thank you guys for watching. This was yeah, my trade recap for today. I'll see if I trade tomorrow. I won't be trading this spring break probably because I'm going home. I won't have my PC. I'll already tape read a bunch during spring break, so that's next week for me. And then I'll hop on Top Step after spring break. That was my original plan, so that's what I'm gonna do. I thank you guys for watching. Have a safe rest of your day. Take care and God bless everybody.